Or I would do if my sound was actually on. Okay, yes. Check microphone. Check microphone is working. Alright. So anyway, as I was saying, I didn't have a stream on Monday because I wasn't feeling too well. So I decided to pause that and have a bit of time to myself so that I could actually make things a little bit better for today. So let's get into our game, shall we? And let me just select our save file, which is this one up here. So we are in day 22 of summer. And I'm suddenly aware, did I actually change my stream title from last time? Can't quite remember if I did. Whoops. Let's just go and quickly check that. Let's see, stream manager. Okay, yep, we have. Okay, that's good. I had a slight worry there. But anyway, okay, so, oh dear. My game is apparently not happy with me. I'm just seeing a load of red on Smappy, but we will manage that and hopefully it won't be too many issues and I will have to look at that later. But fingers crossed. Okay, so let's have a look there. It seems all in line. Our weather report. So it's going to be a beautiful sunny day. We have the spirits are somewhat annoyed, and living off the land is telling us about the seasonal calendar. So obviously because we want to, or we don't want to go down into the mines because of it being a bad luck day, instead we want to come down here and probably do a bit of maintenance on our farm. So let's just check that and make sure there's nothing there that we need. So new recipe from Pam, cheese cauliflower. That's nice. We can get our watering can from here and also check. Okay, so that looks like it is still, yep, that looks like it is still processing the first of the grapes. But anyway, we can come through here and start watering some of our lovely crops. And as you can see, we have a fair few that are ready to harvest. We can just come through here and do that, especially those blueberries, which are going to be awesome. That is going to be a lovely bunch of money once again. So come over here, grab that coffee bean and make sure that that one gets watered. And then same over here, we've got some kiwis. Or kiwi fruit. Nope. And then that should be good there, and that should be good there, and then we can come through and pick up all of these blueberries. So unfortunately it's going to take us a while to actually get our next what's the word, ancient fruit through, but this should keep us going in the meantime. All of these lovely kiwis, all of these lovely blueberries that are obviously part of the more fruits and veggies mods that I have. And of course we also picked up some poppy honey, so that should also go for a nice decent price as well. We don't need to water the poppy plants because, well, they're fully grown. That's not necessary anymore. We can just leave them until the end of the season and then come through and pick them back up when we need them. So just a few last little areas that need to be watered in. And I think, okay, yep, that looks good. So we'll just do that one again just in case, because I can never quite remember. And then do the same here for these roses, and they should also give us a decent amount of money. Our apple tree over there is looking nice, so we'll come back here, put in the watering can and our sword, and then shift around our axe. So yes, we can see here it's like just 4 coffee beans, but like the kiwis, so 1,400, That'll be 1,600, 1,700, 5,700, 6,100. That's probably 6,800. Yeah, we'll probably get like over 7,500. A lot from that at least. And then of course we can't forget our couple of hops here as well, which can go in here. So that can all get put in, and that can process into some pale ale that we can sell for a lot more money later on. Okay, and we also have these mahogany seeds, which are quite interesting. So I think if we get our axe, I will start chopping down this area next to our tapper farm. And we can start putting this through and make this the area where we put our mahogany trees down. So let's just quickly do that. It helps if I don't completely miss the miss the trees, rather. Not necessarily miss the axe, but miss the trees. Let's cut that one down. And probably need to go back and grab the scythe and cut down some of the grass that we have here. But now that we've got our axe upgraded to steel, we're getting through all of these things pretty quickly with much less loss of energy, which is always nice to see. So we can clear out this patch and then figure out how we're going to arrange those new mahogany tree seeds that I have never ever seen before. That's going to be interesting to see how they look and what function they provide. Well, obviously I'm aware that they drop hardwood when they're chopped down, and they give you a somewhat renewable source of that. But otherwise, well, I have no idea what they're going to look like on the farm, so this will be an interesting thing for me. And obviously I can look over at our tapper industry, and yeah, that's probably going to need to be manipulated a little bit, some areas cleaned up and adjusted, because there are some trees there that are definitely not supposed to be there. So anyway, let's go with our first mahogany tree. So there, 1, 2, and then there and there. So that gives those first ones. And then we can come back over here and clear out. So that is definitely not meant to be there. That is, yep, that is in line. That is not. That one is in line. That one is not. And then obviously have a look and wander through the trees as well, because we want to make sure that there's, like that, none that are trying to grow in between everything. Or like that one and that one, because we obviously want something that we can actually move through. That's not going to be a pain. Okay, so we do need, let me just see, 1, 2. Yep, okay, so that is not an oak tree, but the evergreen tree. And then this one here, so we need that one there, and we can probably go back and grab a couple more maple seeds and just fill that up. And then we're also probably at the point where we can start looking into crafting some tappers. So yep, there we go, there's our maple seeds. And then the acorns and pine cones get stored as well, so we can come back down and then have a look at what our tappers require. So we need that there, and then this is there. So that all looks good to me. So let's have a look. The tappers. So 40 wood and 2 copper bars each. I'm pretty sure we've got a bunch of both of those, but we can have a look here anyway. Let's see. Okay, we've got 10 copper bars. So we can make 5 tappers. And then we have, yeah, almost 900 wood. So I think we'll be okay on that. And just sort out that stone there, because those 2 stacks were slightly aggravating me. Put the sap in, and there we go. So we can go 5 tappers straight up. Put the wood in, and then I think let's Yeah, we want to have a look at our personal little quarry area and probably actually just toss all of these in just so they get sold, and also put ourselves at least somewhat towards the achievement for shipping one of everything. Okay, so Fruitbat Cave, we just have a wild plum, nothing overly of interest. And our home quarry has a couple of things, including, yep, some more copper. So we can try and hack through this. Unfortunately, our energy is pretty low, so we may have to think of alternate methods. As in, probably going back, getting or making, if we can, something in our new kitchen just to get our energy back up, or failing that, we just do a couple of little field snacks. So here we go across here and up and through. So what do we have in here? Not really anything. So a bunch of algae, which we obviously want to keep. That gives us fishing. We don't really want to eat that. That also gives us more fishing. So we could actually sacrifice this. Things we have got 5 of these now, but let's just have a look. So we can make tortillas. A roots platter, which gives us +3 attack. But otherwise, yeah, that honestly looks about it. So yes, we will just have the trout soup. Eat that. And then actually thinking about it, we might be able to go to the saloon and have a look to see what Gussie's dish of the day is, as we have more than enough money to do so. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I like summer in Stardew Valley, but I much prefer autumn, simply because spring is kind of a taster for all of the stuff that you can do in autumn and all the money that you can get. So anyway, we are just chopping through these copper veins for the moment. Come down here. There's quite a few geodes, so we'll cut through these as well. And yes, we definitely will need to reserve some copper to upgrade our pickaxe as well, as this is getting a tiny bit frustrating, having to spend so long cutting through all of these rocks and ore veins. But we have our first house upgrade anyway, so as long as we have the resources and the copper bars to do so, we can probably go over to Clint's and buy that. Smelt it down in our home smelter, and then we can see what we'll get from it all. And okay, yes, let's do the ores and geodes and just try and get some of those. Whoops. Okay, that's probably about as far as we are going to get. So we want to make sure that we don't have any weapons out, just in case we accidentally go over the top and run out of energy, because you walk so slowly. So slowly when you're exhausted. So 22 copper ores will give us 5 bars. So yeah, that will do nicely. Let's store all of those and also store the iron. And then do we have our geodes stored in here? No, but they will do. So we can put that in there. We can sell the wild plum as well. And then we'll come back in a moment, grab those copper bars and put the tappers onto the trees. Of course, after we go through and have a look at what's for sale in the saloon and see if there's anything interesting in there. So we are also kind of at the tail end of summer, so things are going to be kind of winding down a bit. So we want to also make sure that we have enough quality sprinklers and the like. So Tom Car soup, 175 energy, +2 farming, whoops, and plus 30 max energy. No, I don't think we'll do that. Instead, what we will do is 1 beer, 1 pizza. So beer is for Pam. And how many? Oh, we're actually at 3 with you now. And pizza over here to Shane. And he is at 3, though he's still being quite grumpy in terms of not quite understanding why I want to talk to him so much. And I will admit that Shane is kind of on my shortlist for potential marriage candidates. We may be trying to romance him a bit more in the future. For now, let's just have a swing around the beach and we can see what forageables are here and obviously what things we want to potentially keep, what things we potentially want to sell. And doesn't seem like too much. So let's just probably sell these things and head back home. So I'm just thinking, obviously, the last week of summer, I think the blueberries take 5 days to do another to produce another harvest. So I think we may be able to get one last harvest out of them. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be anywhere near level 9 of farming before winter, but fingers crossed that with the travelling merchants we'll be able to get the greenhouse going anyway. Okay. And I think these, yep, we will just chuck in and then set up a, yes, let's do one more tapper just to make things even, so we have 2 of each set up. Let's just, yep, go across there, and then I think we will probably do that. So actually thinking about it, we probably could have just done with 1, or we didn't need that 5th one because or 6th one rather, because obviously the 6th maple tree that we would have done it with is not actually well, we've only just planted it. Oh, it's only just started to grow, so never mind. Copper's easy and cheap to get anyway, so we'll just head in here, put that through, say hello to our cat because I keep on forgetting to do that until we are at night, and go to sleep. There we go. I said we would get about 7,500 and we've actually bypassed that by an extra 1,000. So we are naturally saving all of this money. So what did we forget? Oh yes, because I did manage to get Pam a pale ale, so that's all accomplished. Now, weather report, going to be clear and sunny. Fortune teller, spirits are neutral. Okay, so we have completely cleared out the mines. And a recipe from Shane, pepper poppers. And loads of coffee beans. Probably we can actually sell all of these simply because you're not going to need them. Okay, that's another sunflower ready. All lovely corns and a lovely honeysuckle as well. So this is also going to be quite a good day in terms of money from the looks of it. Obviously get out the watering can back and make sure we do all of this. So with Stardew Valley Expanded, Sophia does sell, or rather you can buy from her the quality sprinklers, though they are 4,000 gold each. I'm not 100% sure we should be spending that much money on them, even if it is worthwhile, simply because obviously we want as much money saved up as we can for the gosh, I was thinking, is that okay, what is in that space? Why can't I get to it? It's the scarecrow that's in the way, you know, the thing that you deliberately put there. Oh, anyway, so 4,000 gold for a quality sprinkler. I think we need iron for it, which we were lacking at least a little bit. So we might be able to do a couple more of our own anyway. And obviously we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So that will do 56 squares crops. Obviously we'll be keeping one here because we have our lovely ancient fruit growing, and also where we have our corn. So we're going to be moving some things around for that. And then these roses are also multiple seasons, so we will be keeping those ones where they are. Okay, so we do have one iron bar, and let me just try and find it. Okay, so one iron bar, one gold bar, and one refined quartz. So we can do that because sneakily I have a mod that allows me to basically pick that up if I have the items in a chest nearby, but not necessarily in my inventory. So we'll put that there for now. Doesn't matter if those get watered every day or not. So basically we want more copper and more iron. So we can go up to our personal quarry and have a brief look there. Okay, nothing in the fruit bat cave other than a little spice berry, but nevertheless we'll pick it up and head to here. And this is why it's beneficial to clear out as much of this little quarry as you can, because it does respawn on a pretty regular basis. And as you can see here, we've ended up with a couple more geodes as well as a little amethyst node. So we can cut through here, and I should probably actually be focusing more on, you know, the geodes, the copper, the gems and the iron rather than the gold. Seeing as we've got a decent amount of gold, at least for the moment. So we can go through that and obviously maybe go over to Clint's, break open a few geodes, buy a bunch of copper ore, come back here, refine that, and then get our pickaxe set up, seeing as we can probably do a few small bombs to clear out the quarry day to day. Oh, unfortunately that seemed to only net us. Did that really only net us one copper ore from all of that? Oh well. But anyway, how many would we want? So 3 bars would be 12. Okay, so we want 13 copper. Probably, yeah, so 13 copper to take us up to 16. And then 13 iron will take us up to 16 for that, so that will get us 4. But yes, it's just kind of like think. Grab the geodes that we had stored in here, because obviously we are going to want to make sure we have all of those. Okay, so there's 90 coffee beans there. Let's just have a look how many are in the keg. Okay, 139, that should be fine. And did we actually get any wine or anything? Not that I can see. No, oh goodness, you are still processing that. That is going to take forever. I always forget how long it takes for the wine to be produced. I know why it is, because it does have quite an impact on the value of the grapes you put in there. Turning it into wine is quite, or changes it quite a bit in terms of value. Okay, nothing in there. Okay, let's get you process these geodes and just see if there's anything nice we can donate to the museum. Okay, a couple of things. I think we've got most of these. Don't think we've got that dwarf helm though. At least not quite yet. Do the magma geode first. 1 iron ore. Need some clay. Some stone. Oh yes, these are really doing well. And more stone. Okay, anyway, so shop. Amberite we can sell. Slate, calcite and sandstone. Actually we want... Okay, so 12 of that. and then 12 of that, because that will take us up to 16 for both of them. But then if we get 20 copper and 20 iron ore, that has completely demolished all of our savings. That should get us a few bars of stuff, and we can start crafting some quality sprinklers, and then we can also get our pickaxe upgraded. So yes, as I thought, so we didn't have the dwarven helm, so that can go right in there. We are missing one scroll for the translator's kit, but other than that it should be all good. And then we can briefly head back to our farm to set those items, or to set the ores refining, and then hopefully we can actually chuck that pickaxe at Clint and we can get that upgraded for the next time we go diving into the mines. So you can just go here, put all of the copper ore in, and that's grabbed that, so that's good. And obviously I want to fully actually do that. So that will give us 9 iron ore, or 9 bars rather, not 9 iron ore. And then we have 7 gold bars, so we will be able to get a minimum of, yeah, so we'll have 7 against our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we will have 15 quality sprinklers for autumn, which sounds good to me. That seems like a good investment. Say hello to our little kitty Fluff. And yes, he is called Sir Fluff. Let's just have a look here. There we go. 5 bars, and we can obviously toss the copper in as well. So let's head back over to Clint's, get him to start upgrading that. So that will be 2,000, and then almost pretty much once that is done, we should have, actually I was going to say we should have the money to just turn around and upgrade it straight to iron, but if we want to make sure we've got a lot of money saved up for autumn, we probably don't want to do that. Okay, so anyway, copper pickaxe, yep, should be ready in a couple of days, absolutely fine. Oh, Alex is at the ice cream stall, yay! Let's grab 10 ice creams. For the energy or the amount of energy they give you is 100 energy for 250 gold, which I think, barring stuff that you actually make yourself, is one of the best cost to energy ratios. Yes, we did want to go in here, although apparently Gus isn't available just yet. We go back into here. Just say hello to everyone and just make sure everyone is getting somewhat friendly towards us, but you can see that we are maybe neglecting that a tiny bit. So anyway, let's just do all of this, sell pretty much everything, and we are back over 5 grand. So what else could we do? Let me just have a look. I don't think there's like any saplings or anything that I'd really want, so we can just come through. No, I think we want to worry about all of those later when we have the greenhouse set up, because I do have a mod that actually expands out the greenhouse and makes it larger than what it is in the vanilla game, so I always feel a tiny bit pressed for space in the greenhouse that the game gives you. I mean, I know why, because it's not meant to really replace the amount of farm area that you have. It's just meant to be there to kind of supplement it, but it still feels a bit cramped. So I'd like a couple of mods in that expand that out and add some new options and space, especially when we're talking about things like saplings. As you see in the expanded fruits and veggies mod, we have a lot of saplings. Some of them are relating to the soda machines that we have available, and some of them are just more general ones that you sell. Ooh, okay, I had no idea that some of the forageables here actually regenerated. So we've got a nice red mushroom again that we can sell. Another regular common mushroom that we can probably put in our fridge and just keep, because that is going to be useful for a couple of recipes. And I think that you can, yes, common mushrooms are part of the fall crops that you can, gosh, I can't think of the right words. The fall foraging items. So you can get them on somewhat of a regular basis, but not too common. So it's almost beneficial to just pick them up when you see them. Let's just go in here and check. Okay, so that gives us 2 common mushrooms. And yeah, let's store the grapes in there as well. The red mushrooms are, I think, used in a recipe, but we don't have any of the other component parts to it. So into the bin you go. And what else can we do? Oh, okay, game decided to be a bit wobbly there. So what we can do is probably just come through and do a bit more cleanup and try and get rid of some of these trees and whatnot that are all up north, like that one. And this bunch over here as well, so we can see things a little bit better. Okay, and I am seeing a very, very slight error with my game right now. Did I forget to build a silo? Have I completely forgotten to build a silo? Have I been cutting through all of the grass thinking, oh no, it's fine, we've got a full silo, and apparently no, we don't, because this is where I usually put my silo. So that may be a small issue. Whoops. Whoops indeed. Anyway, let's just chop this tree down quickly. And then we could probably hop across the river and find a couple of those hardwood stumps. Oh, and of course also the first of our fish ponds. I'm basically just waiting for them to have a quest request. So then we can start fulfilling that and get the pond up to maximum capacity. And it looks like we're going to be able to do 2 of the stumps. No, actually we're going to be able to do more than that. Okay, there we go. And maybe just this one final one. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we've got that. That's given us 10 more hardwood that we can go and just basically chuck in one of our chests for storage. Everything else similarly in storage. And then head to bed and see what the morning brings us. Okay, so nothing gets stored in there from what we've got in our inventory. So almost all of it there, and then obviously a bunch of pine cones which we want to keep in here just for any emergency field snacks. Okay, there's something slightly glitchy with that corner there, but never mind. Not much forageables in our shipping bin for today, but that doesn't matter. We should get enough or more than enough money from all of our regular crops anyway. Let's just have a look. Weather report. Another sunny day. Yeah, as soon as I basically got all of those lightning rods down, I had a feeling that we were going to be in a situation where we'd get through summer with absolutely no lightning strikes whatsoever. So thankfully the spirits feel neutral again today. And let's just pick up our watering can. Is this still processing? Yes, it is indeed still processing. Okay, so tomatoes, do we actually need those? Nope. I think... Okay, quality crops. Yeah, we did the spring bundle already, so that's always nice to see. And watering can. Back over here, and then once again proceed to do the task of watering everything. Okay. Alright, so that is looking good, and I'm feeling pretty good also about the capacity that we have for all of these new quality sprinklers. Obviously, if we focus on those and get them ready before the end of summer, then we will be in a good place to set up something a bit more industrial for autumn. Because there is going to be a lot of crops for autumn, a lot of money, and loads of opportunities for us. Okay, so there we go. Let's just go back and refill our watering can. Make sure that's all good and properly topped up the next time we want to use it. Okay, so pop that back in there. And do we have any spare bombs laying around? The answer is yes, we do. Okay. So we can just go through. Oh, yeah. And we probably want to make sure that we store some of these harvestables in our fridge, because once again we will want to make sure that we have at least a couple of items. Yes, store an extra pepper in. We could probably take the hops back as we are putting them through the keg, and I don't think there is anything else that you can really make with them other than obviously pale ales. So that goes all in there. And everything else, yep. Every other vegetable gets shipped. Clarify, that means every vegetable, not everything in our inventory that is not any kind of weapon. Okay, so that's 2 wild plums for us. Nothing of interest there. So we've got a few more geodes. A couple more copper and iron bits. So if we come across here and use the big one, that's probably going to cover most of it, yep. There we go. And then that one there. And one here. Oh yeah, that's pretty much cleared out everything except a couple of rocks, which is always nice to see. And yes, I know it's probably a bit of a waste, but we will put one down here as well. There we go. That's a few more bits and pieces for us. And I'm also starting to wonder if I should start putting the chest with all of the smelters and whatnot up in that little cave area behind the quarry, but have to think on that a little bit. So for now, let's just grab the copper ore and the iron ore back, as well as all of the coal, because I just want to see. So we need 4 copper ore and 1 coal for that, and 4 iron ore. So we can make 2 of those and 1 of those. And then obviously these all back in. And I cannot remember if gold ore is used for something. It probably is. But we are going through it or we are gaining it pretty thoroughly, so that shouldn't be too much of a worry. And then we can come back to where all of our gems and whatnot are stored. So frozen geode, magma geodes. And let's see. We've got a fair few of those. So what do we need for a silo? Let me just have a look. So Stardew Valley Wiki. And silo is... okay, 100 stone, 10 clay and 5 copper bars. So the question is going to be, do we have those 5 copper bars? No, we don't. So we can't even go and do that. Okay, never mind. So let's just do a wild plum in there. Then we can come back down, clear out a few trees that aren't supposed to be where they are. And everything looks clean there. I just chopped the wrong thing, didn't I? Oh well. Oh well. Doesn't matter, we've got loads of redundancies anyway. So what can we do? Obviously we've got quite a few trees up here. We want to make sure that we actually leave the chopping down of all of the grass until we actually have a silo, which I thought we had, but apparently no, we don't. So anyway, we can just come across through here and chop a few things down and get rid of a few trees. Probably wind our way around and find where those extra hardwood stumps and logs are, because that might give us a bit more mahogany tree seeds. And also if we see anything like this, then we could just pop the seeds and store those away. So obviously want to come across here. Oh, and apparently that big stump does regenerate. Okay, that's good to know. But anyway, we can see here that there are a fair few forageable items as well that we can come through, pick up, get rid of this log. I was going to say, come on. No, it's going to get there soon. Come up here and just have a quick look. Okay, nothing interest there. We do want this big stump here. And also you can find a few artifact spots around here, I think. We want to just keep an eye on that. That is another large stump. Clear that out. And what else can we do? Okay. What is this? This is a large stump, a large log rather, I think it is. It's certainly taking it the same amount of time as one. Grab that. And then come back down here because we've obviously got a couple of forageables as well. And that is the limit of where we can go. Let's have a look. We can go back to where we were. And then we need... Unfortunately, we don't have our pickaxe, so we can't go across there, but we can come down here to all of these hardwood stumps that we have in this area and get rid of them. And then, of course, we can go back, get the minecarts through on our personal farm and go across to that area over there. So we are at the... it doesn't actually say, but we can see here, so that is the woodland meadow. This is the quarry that we tend to go to, and then this is Shimmerberry Lake. Shimmerberry being the name of our farm. So we've got that cleared out, and I was going to say, I know I saw a large stump somewhere. Yes, it's down here, along with a load of other stuff that really needs to be cleared out. Oh so after, not sure if it was the last stream or the one before that, I remember remarking that we hadn't actually seen a notification that a train was coming through Stardew Valley at all yet, but there we go, there is our first one. So once again, we don't have our pickaxe because we are waiting for that to be upgraded, so we can't go there. But where we can go is through here. This is another little shortcutty area, and admittedly the main thing I remember about this is that I basically completely forgot this was down here, and I ventured down after like autumn of, I think it was just autumn of year 1, and I ventured down here and I just suddenly saw a big mushroom tree, like completely fully grown. I was just a bit of a, oh, okay, apparently that's here. because that was also the first time that I'd actually seen a mushroom tree in my game, and it just happened to be in this random little tiny remote corner of my farm that I barely ever remember to check. So we have almost all of these logs that I know are on the farm chopped down. Can we get through here? Well, yes, if we cut down this tree. It's not in the way, but it does just make sense to clear it out. Okay, that's done, and then we can do that. And you can kind of get a bearing as to where we are, roughly. Okay, there's a couple more large logs around here. And then obviously if we come all the way up here, we are on the far left side of our farm. Okay, please don't let any of the hardwood fall into the river. Okay, good. Oh, and there is an artifact spot. There's a rusty spur. I think we've already had that. So that will probably just be chucked into the shipping bin and get us like 50 gold or whatever it is. Oh, I was about to turn back, but no, there is a seed there that we can just quickly pop out. Our energy is looking not great. Basically, if we come back down here, this is obviously a slightly longer, slightly less accessible area to get to than the left side of our farm. So we'll get rid of that stump there. Just check our inventory. We don't have any more mahogany seeds, unfortunately. And then we can just basically do a route back through this path and head around back to our farm. Well, our farm proper, I should probably say, because all of this is our farm. Oh, there we go. Okay, the crabs are wanting something. So you want 5 clay. Okay, let's see if we have that. Because we have a lot of crabs in storage, and we can basically bump up that population almost immediately if we do so. Okay, so let's just put these things in. And 2 silver quality grapes. Yeah, those can go in there. Similarly, the ice creams will probably all want to be there. Yes, okay, we have donated the rusty spur before. I believed we had, but I just wanted to make sure. All of that into there. That gives us 152 hardwood. Hard to imagine about a month ago in game we were really getting desperate on that. So you wanted 5 clay, and where did we put all of those extra crabs? That was, yes, indeed, in there. Okay, so that's good. We can accomplish that just before we head to bed and save the game for the day. Well, I'll save the game rather. Okay. There we go. And we could put in 2 more crabs. That gives us a total of 5 in there. We have 2 more left to give us 7, and hopefully the next time we swing around the beach we might have a couple more crabs available to us. That will be quite nice, seeing as I've heard that there is a special item you get when you actually have 10 crabs in a fish pond. Okay, not much money there, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we will have a huge blueberry harvest before the end of the season where we can get a bunch of our money back. I'm going to say that our copper pickaxe should be ready now. So weather report, yes, finally 3 days to go and we have a lightning storm when we actually have some lightning rods. So the spirits are very happy today and living off the land. So fall's almost here. Make sure you're saving money to buy seeds. So I think, seeing as our copper pickaxe is ready, we have a good luck day. Let's grab the ice cream. Obviously check on our mail. You want a hot pepper? Good, we've got an extra one just in case. Then we want you, and then you, and Yes, I'm just basically fiddling around to get it in the right order, and we didn't actually even need to save a hot pepper, seeing as we've got one already right there. So we have batches of melons, so fingers crossed that we get our 5 gold ones, because we do need 5 gold ones for our community centre bundle. Oh, we got 3. Okay, let's just see. 6. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. We needed 5. We've got 6. That makes me happy. And obviously a bunch of kiwis that we can sell as well. No, we don't want to eat a gold melon. No, thank you. Okay, anyway, so watering can. So one thing we can probably do while I quickly think about it. No. I want... Okay, apparently I can't actually get that. The developer changed the game so that hoeing the ground underneath a sprinkler does not lift a sprinkler up. Unfortunately, the hoe is the only thing I've really got. Oh no, wait, I could use the axe, couldn't I? I could use the axe. But yeah, it's just a bit more of a, yeah. Like, you changed the game to solve that, and thank you, but it has slightly scuppered my plans. Okay, I'm just trying to check which ones of these have been watered, because when you've got trellises and large plants in front of each other, it's not always necessarily obvious. Okay, so we may be able to get to level 8 farming before the end of the season. Okay, we definitely don't want all of those. Actually, we'll leave, yeah, 50, I think, in there. And then we have this area over here for storage of items. So we do have 5 melon seeds already available. And there's a 3rd ancient fruit. So we should be okay now in terms of having something. So let's do a bunch of kiwi fruits, and seeing as we've got 1 gold and 4 regular, we could probably bring back that silver one. And then anything else that we want to keep for seeds. Oh, let's just throw those hops in as well. And yeah, let's do 1 gold melon and 1 regular one. Just to keep things nice, we can donate those 5 gold melons to the community centre. Fill up our watering can just before we put it away, just because I always like picking it up and knowing that it's full. A quick double check of that. We want to get those bombs if we are going into the mines, just to keep them around. So there we go, and make sure I do not have either of those selected, because I do not want to blow up half my farm. Get rid of you, and get rid of some of you, because you do slow me down when I'm walking, which is not something I really appreciate. Oh, almost missed another artifact spot. Oh, interesting. A warp totem to the mountains. I love that those things can sometimes turn up in like artifact spots or geodes. I just think it's a nice little touch. So anyway, come back through here. And there we go. There's our copper pickaxe. So just do a quick swap around of all of that. Thank you, Clint. That is all we need from you today. And we could go across to Pierre's, sell pretty much all of these things that we've got, and then head up to the mines. Obviously just quickly checking the trash cans just before anyone gets within reach. Hello, Abigail. Okay, so yes, 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 yes. Oh yes, and we also want to take the hot pepper across to George as well. See, we've still got the 5 gold melons. We've not sold those, so people don't need to worry about that. So anyway, let's come across here. And George, yep. Here is your hot pepper, freshly picked this morning. That gets us a tiny bit, 200 gold. Oh, yes, I just remembered. Okay, Demetrius wants a melon, but we'll have to do that some other time. Quite possibly in-game tomorrow. We'll grab one and head down to the saloon and give it to him there. So here we go. And I've also just realised I've probably been selling off all of my gold corn. Because obviously we can get that here, but never mind. Corn's a two-season crop anyway. So yes, the animal bundle is going to be the one thing that is limiting us from getting the greenhouse unlocked, which I'm finding really annoying. I always like trying to get that unlocked before winter. We do have a month and a bit, but it's still it's still there at the back of my mind going, it's like, should be able to do it by now, should be able to do it by now. It's just basically been bad random number luck that we haven't really had any of the animal items turn up. And I'm just hoping that it kind of changes some point soon. Otherwise we are going to be spending a lot of time and money getting together some of the animals. Okay, so that looks all fine. I didn't see any artifact spots, but I have looked back some of these videos previously and I have missed a few that were pretty obvious. So anyway, let's go here. And we have unlocked all of the levels in the mines. So this is more just getting the resources. So starting with the iron, making sure we have a decent amount of that. And then probably just swinging back up to get copper before we leave. Kind of oddly do it the wrong way round. Do the lower levels first and then the higher levels later, but yeah. Whatever. Not like we're going to be in too much peril on any of these levels anyway. So we have got a pretty good sword and we should be fine with that. This is one that you do get near the bottom of the mine, so it's pretty powerful. Okay, stairs. And also we've got some of these boxes and crates around which we can break and see if we get anything good, but unfortunately not in this case. And of course this also allows us to start building towards some of the monster eradication goals that we have. So honestly, the only one that I really remember getting easily is the insect head, which we already have. I absolutely cannot remember, other than the slime ring, what any of the others actually do. I don't think I've ever actually got any of those. Slime ring is obviously quite a nice one, but the amount of slimes you have to defeat in order to get it is a tiny bit daunting. Oh, we've actually got some copper on this level. Get that, get the box, which just has a mixed seed in it, and yep, I did hear some of the sprites. They've dropped us a coffee bean. No one tell them we've got like a dozen plants at home and we don't need that. A couple more containers, fair amount of regular quartz here on all of these levels that I'm seeing. So we can pick those up. Get the iron that's dotted around. And just checking on the time, it is 3:30, or 3:30 in game anyway. And oh, we've actually got to level 8 of mining and we should be able to get to level 7 of combat shortly. At least when you start off, combat always seems to be, let's say, okay, you're stuck. Combat always seems to be the one that takes absolutely forever, probably because you just have such a low powered weapon. And then when you get further in, you actually kind of go, oh, that's nudging up quite nicely. So we do have a few bombs in our inventory, but I'd rather wait for those and use them at a better opportunity where we have an absolute ton of rocks around or we are having trouble finding the stairs. I was about to say we might be using it in a moment, but we did just find the stairs as I was thinking that. So we can come through and get rid of some of these enemies that are just wandering around. And yeah, like here, this is a point where I'm going, it's like, okay, yeah, there's like too many rocks around. Don't necessarily want to bother with all of them, so let's just place a bomb down, retreat back out of the way, and just let them do the work. Okay, this area is infested, so let's see. I can just see bats for the moment. These levels are annoying when you are trying to get down to the mines, but if you're on a monster eradication goal, it does help. It can actually be a bit useful. Or vaguely useful. Oh, okay, there's some stairs. I think that might be all of them. And obviously, seeing as we are almost at level 7 of combat, I'm wanting to stay here until we actually manage to get that new level. There we go. Okay, mission accomplished on that. So we have a tiny bit. Well, I say a tiny bit is 24 iron ore. Oh, no, no, no. I had the pickaxe still not enabled. Occupied. No, that's not the right word either. Okay, so we have a small amount of iron ore. There's a bat. Equipped, that was it, that's the word. I had my pickaxe equipped when I didn't mean to. Okay, so leave the mine. And let's go down to level 30 and start doing a bit of copper farming. So apparently I completely forgot that level 30 is all of the levels where it is pitch black. We do have a couple of wings that give us a glow around us, but it's still annoying. These are the levels on the mines that I just really dislike the most. And I don't bother with torches. If I have a glow ring when I get down to these, I equip it. But I don't bother with torches. I just try and... Speed run is the wrong word, but I just basically try and see it through my screen and figure out like where the boundaries of the level are and just rush my way through it, because I think this is only on like 10 levels. It's this dark. So annoying, but you know, it can be managed. And also there are some levels where you can just pick up a nice little torch or two and hold them above your head to help with getting a bit further down. Okay, and this is another area where we want a couple of bombs down just to clear a bit of space. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Defeat the first enemy and get some stairs. And also crack open a gem node and get to... gosh, what are they called? Yes, I can't think today. Emeralds. Emeralds are the green ones. Okay, let's just defeat you. Lots and lots of stones and such around here. A few copper ore veins, so we'll just get those. These shadow monsters are basically going down in like 2 hits. And we are running a tiny bit out of energy. So we'll go through, clean up the rest of the copper I can see. Head down to the next level and just make sure there's nothing uber interesting there. And then probably head back, seeing as it is 10:30 in the game. Is there anything uber interesting within easy sight? Nope. Okay, so let's just leave the mine. Head back home, so to the bus stop. No forageables around that I can see that we can pick up for a small amount of quick money. And there we are, back home. Oh, okay, so that was decently productive. So what do we have? Okay, we've got 37 copper ore and we have 27 iron. That's obviously a bunch of gold ore, a couple of geodes, a few gems. Yeah, you know, a decent amount of stuff. Let's go back here to where we store most of our gems and our geodes. So, let's see. So we can sell 4 emeralds and 4 amethysts. That will get us 1,400 extra gold. And yeah, the spiceberry as well. The winter root we will keep. And obviously tomorrow it's going to be stormy weather. So we won't need to water any of our plants. Another winter root in there. I think when we get to 10 we're probably going to be okay. Especially as, like the mushrooms, they are a season specific forageable. So we've got all of that done. Is that wine still being produced? Yes. Oh my goodness. I can never... I don't know why I always forget how long it takes. But anyway, like say hello to the cat and go to sleep for the night, and I'll just take a quick sip of a drink. Okay, so level 8 mining gives us the Mega Bomb. And level 7 combat gives us the Ring of Yoba and the Thorns Ring. So we'll have a look at both of those momentarily. So nice, 1,500 gold, nice round number. So day 26 of summer, Friday. We need to go to the travelling merchant. Obviously say hello to our cat and probably turn the fire on, as I'm imagining it might be a bit cold. So weather forecast for tomorrow, beautiful sunny day. And fortune teller, spirits are in good humour, so it might be a nice day to go and do a bit more mining. Okay, so another potted flower recipe. Okay, some more honey, more hops, a couple more kiwis, and then all of these blueberries and honeysuckle. Okay, that's all of those there. Let's just come down here and just... Yeah, this is why, like, you will see this repeated next season with cranberries. It just, yeah, you just get so many, it's almost ridiculous. Okay, all of those, so we will actually pick up that quality sprinkler, because we can do that now, and then that can go there. Yep, then we can put another one up here. Speaking of, that looks like we just had our last iron bars. Yep. Okay, so grab of those, and let me see. So if we want to reserve 5 of them for our next upgrade for our copper pickaxe. Oh yes, also the Ring of Yoba. 5 gold bars, 5 iron bars, and 1 diamond. Occasionally shields the wearer from damage. And the Thorns Ring requires 50 bone fragments, 50 stone, and 1 gold bar. When enemies damage you, they will take damage themselves. That could be quite good for the Skull Cavern. We obviously have the glowstone ring. We've got... Well, I've got 8 ring slots that I can use. So it's like we could actually get rid of a couple of the magnet rings or even the glow ring. But, you know, they're not really worth too much. The sturdy ring's worth the most, which is interesting because that is, you know, the component parts of that probably don't make up 750 gold. But anyway, as I was saying, so keep 5 of those. So there we go, that's given us 8 that we can use and plot out where we are going to put all of our crops for next season. Naturally, just put them back in there for the time being. Do we want anything else? Not that I can overly see, at least not for the moment anyway. Although we probably want to take the Autumn's Bounty and actually put that properly in our fridge, just to be nice, neat and organised. There we go. And then what else? So yes, what's his name? Demetrius was wanting a melon, so we want to keep that one. Honeysuckle. We've got a gold one there that we can put in, and also a few blueberries. We will need to set up some kind of production line when we get the seed maker and ensure that that does the push-pull of the seeds without issue. So if we quickly, I think, head up to our personal quarry and just check that. Also allows us to check the fruit bat cave, which just has another standard little wild plum. There we go. If the quarry's got anything interesting. No, I didn't want to see the sign. I wanted to actually look at it. Okay, so we've got a ruby, emerald node, a couple of geodes. So yeah, I'll crack open these ones. At least for now anyway. Not going to take us that much time. Then we can go over to Clint's. We might be able to justify putting our pickaxe in for an upgrade, because that will be 5,000. Obviously depends more on how much we'll actually be able to get for all of these crops that we have, which honestly should be a decent amount. And with the quality sprinklers we have, we are then going to naturally spend less time, even potentially none, though I don't think that's going to be quite right because of the placement of some of our crops. But basically very, very little time actually needing to water our crops, which obviously leaves us a lot more time for other activities. And also, plus being autumn, a very, very good month to earn a lot of money, we might actually be able to unlock Calico Desert as well, and that would be quite fun and interesting. And okay, yep, we've got our first lightning rods working to full effectiveness. So before we forget, also we want to grab, yep, the geodes that we have in here, and then put the other items, like all the rocks and everything, back in there. So we have 2. Actually, do we have 4 rubies already? Okay, we've got 5. Okay, so yes, we can take one of those. And let's take a few earth crystals as well, just so we can sell those. So quartz sells for 25 each. Oops, I didn't quite want to take that. Okay, there we go. And then how much does refined quartz go for? Oh, okay, 50. Okay, so it doesn't really actually do that much, but we'll put that 27 quartz in there, so that will just naturally refine over time. Okay, so that looks like it should be pretty much where we want it to be. So if we come back up here, go across to the town, and then I was going to say hopefully Clint is in here, so process the geodes. So we want to go in rarity order just to make sure. And that one. Okay. Jasper, I think we've got that. But we'll obviously be able to have a look in a moment. So other than that, Jasper, nothing too much of interest. A ghost crystal, yep, okay. And pyrite or fool's gold. So, okay, pyrite we don't actually have. We can sell obviously the emerald, all 3 of the rubies, the 3 earth crystals. Okay, the jasper we don't have either, but the granite and the other one we can sell. So okay, yes, I think, yeah, okay. I was going to say before I change my mind, but we don't actually have our 5 iron bars. Whoops. Actually, what we will do is we'll come down here, grab those 5 iron bars that we need, head down to the traveling merchant and see what she has, just in case she has something really good that we might need. Okay, so we can put those all in, take the 5 iron bars, there you go, the 5 copper, and everything else looks okay. But yeah, go back down to the travelling merchant and just make sure that she doesn't have anything that we would really, really want. Okay, though I can see a few errant little seeds here. You should not be here. You should not be there. You should not be there. Okay, and we'll leave that for now. I don't want to get too distracted on that. And we've got our first mahogany tree coming up there. That is nice to see. So anyway, obviously coming back down here as well. Get a couple of these seeds. And we can head across. Oof. So I'm almost envious that we are going to be in fall in the game. It's gotten really hot here in the UK over the bank holiday for once. We tend to have a joke that bank holidays are always when we have the worst weather, but not this time. Anyway, we've got pepper poppers, which we could probably go and give over to Shane. That costs the same as a pizza from Gus's. So what else? Okay, nothing else. We want at least one rare seed for autumn, so we will actually just grab that before I forget. And then we can head back via Pierre's, sell these crops that we have, and then go back over to Clint to get our pickaxe upgraded to the next level. At the moment, as we have obviously cleared out the mine, that's just more while we have the capacity and capability for it than any real need, but we obviously will want it upgraded at least a couple of bits in the near future. Ooh, purple mushroom. That's interesting to find there. Let's just have a quick look up here. Has anyone else got anything that good? And not you, at least not for the moment anyway. Look here. Nope. Anything in Olivia and Victor's? Nope. Okay. Slightly disappointing. Slightly disappointing. Let's come back in here and sell basically everything except that one melon that Demetrius wants. Okay. There we go. So do we sell the purple mushroom? Yes, I think so. So sell those, that will be fine. Sell those, sell those. Look at that, 21,000 gold. Yes, we may have a few issues with too many crops in autumn, but, you know, if that happens, we will obviously just prioritize the highest producing one, which is naturally the cranberries. Okay, so if we come back over here and get our pickaxe upgraded, because we have more than enough money for that now. So, yep, there we go. Steel pickaxe. Head back down and donate those couple of extra ores and such, or minerals. So donate. That almost fills those areas up, and I cannot remember quite how many minerals we have, but we gain a new reward, so let's see, is that anything worthwhile? Doesn't look like it. I honestly, because I'm just leaving the thing, oh, it might be the crystal chair actually. I'm just basically leaving everything I'm not interested in there. It's kind of like, oh, that's my reward. No thanks, you can keep that. So we'll have another quick sweep around on the beach. And then I think, aside from... Oh, that's good. Got a few things here today. Aside from obviously making sure that we have all of our crops planted and watered, we are probably going to be focusing on fishing for the initial bit of autumn. And look at that, all that stuff as well. That is all very nice to see. So anyway, yes, back off to the other side of the beach and check what is there. But we will be probably focusing on doing some fishing in autumn, as that is the last kind of main season where we have fish that we need to catch. And then maybe if we get a bunch of money, we can go ahead and buy the iridium rod, start getting a system of bait collection as well, although we could buy it from Willy. It's 5 gold a piece, and it does increase the bite catch rate quite a lot. But we'll just have to see on that, and then obviously start having a look at various lures and the like, which, let me just have a look, which ones do we have unlocked at the moment. Okay, so obviously 5 bait from 1 bug meat, a spinner from 2 iron bars, a trap bobber causes fish to escape slower when you aren't reeling them in, a cork bobber to slightly increase the size of your fishing bar, and a treasure hunter fish tackle 2 gold bar. Fish don't escape while collecting treasures, also slightly increases the chance to find treasures. Now that is one I do like. And oh yes, I've been forgetting about the tea saplings. Oh no. Oh goodness, oh well. I will just have to leave that. Well, we should have plenty of time to get that together. And let's have a look actually. So it takes 20 days to mature, produces tea leaves during the final week of each season except winter. So 2 of any wild seeds, 5 fibre and 5 wood. So we could probably actually do a bunch of those now, plant them around, and then at the end of autumn we'll have a bunch of tea leaves that we can come and collect. And that sounds like it will be a good idea. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I think we'll be doing that. Okay, and now where will we put those? I think actually if we make them up here, that looks like it would be the best option. Okay, first off, anything here that needs to be stored? Yep, okay, that's 2 rare seeds that we have. Again, stuff here. Sea urchins, I know they're used for something. I can't remember what / if we have many stored. The answer is yes, we have a bunch of them. Okay. We can put another sea urchin in. We have a prawn. We can put in here as well. So, oysters, mussels, and cockles, I think we can use in some capacity for meals as well as clams. But for those, if we do sell those items and also the torches, and then we can head back to the saloon, have a look at the dish of the day, give Demetrius that melon he's been wanting, and then we will almost be at autumn. Oof. Okay, so yeah, everyone is starting to come into the saloon. Okay, no Demetrius just yet, but most other people are here. So 1 beer, 2 beers actually, 1 pizza, 1 salad. Because I may not remember much, but I do remember that some of these people... No, I don't want to... There we go. So 1 to Andy. Okay, apparently I've already given Pam 2 gifts. So 1 to Leia. And pizza. Pizza over to Shane. Apparently I've already given him 2 gifts this week. Oh well, those can stay in my inventory. Or I can see if someone else likes them. Hey, thanks, this is great. No, because you're going to start complaining that it's not healthy. Sam, pizza! Yes! You like pizza. Good. Good, good, good. You like pizza? You get pizza. Okay, and that's just telling us about a liked item. And let's just see. Does Sebastian also like pizza? Let's see. Okay, so let's just come over here. And, you know, okay, thanks, I like this. Oh, don't yawn, Sebastian, I'm already yawning myself. Yeah, I swear. Okay, that's right. Well, that explains one of my mods that is not working. Apparently that's the map one that has got a bit wonky. Oh, I was going to say, is that Demetrius? No, that's Clint. Okay, let's go up here and see if we can find him, because I'm pretty sure he and Robin are supposed to be in the saloon on Fridays, but apparently not. Oh well, if it just means I have to basically come around to their house in the morning. Yeah, I thought so. I thought I'd left that a tiny bit too late. If it just means I have to come by their house in the morning, I will do so. We probably need to get that silo up and built anyway, so Saturday will be a fine time to do that. We should have all the copper bars that we need and all the clay and everything. Oh, I've actually got a bit of roe here now. Nice to see. There we go. Crab roe. It sells for 80 and gives 50 energy. Okay, but anyway, let's just chuck that in. Have any of the lightning rods produced a battery yet? Nope. Okay. So we'll just head in to bed and that will be it. Hey, oh, I didn't see that. Level 8 farming. There we go. We can now finally craft some more kegs, so all of those grapes aren't going to unnecessarily tie up that singular one we got for the community centre bundle. Can now make oil, and we have deluxe speed grow. So once again, not many things that we actually chucked into the shipping bin, but we got a lot of money selling direct to Pierre, so I'm going to say please don't crash game. No, please don't crash. Anyway, so weather reports. Clear and sunny. Perfect for the dance of the moonlight jellies. And spirits are very displeased today. Okay. Oh, look at all those batteries. Okay, so that is just our dad giving us some stone. And we'll go around, collect all these batteries first. Even though we're not actually going to have a storm before autumn, it's still nice to just make sure that those get cleaned up. And then... And let's actually see if I can remember that yes, we do need a bunch of corn. A bunch of quality corn. So, did we get... Okay, we got 3. Oh, I have an inkling I may have some. I may have some in the chest indoors, the one I'm keeping for the seed maker. Anyway, we want to keep watering all of these just to make sure. We are going to have, especially like the corn, that is going to be growing next season. The hops produce one thing every day. And we may get another blueberry harvest if we're lucky, but I didn't 100% check on that. So it can't honestly hurt. And also keeping them available means that when it comes to next season, we won't have to dig around for too much extra space in the ground. Okay, are you watered? Nope, you are not. There we go, and this should be, yep, the final lot. And once again, quickly fill up our watering can. Probably want to get our sword out and chop down a bit of that grass that's over there, just to clear it out for the silo. So, just a couple of quick swipes, does that fine? And then what else do we need to consider? What does a keg require? Oak resin. Okay, so we did actually set up the tappers. Not quite sure. Okay, we have the oak resin. Not oak resin, pine tar. Okay, we don't need that for anything. We don't need that for the community centre, rather. And, oh, okay, you are not meant to be there. You are not meant to be there. And yes, I know I just say that a lot, but it's true, they are definitely not meant to be there. And it's easier to get them out when they are just little seeds, especially as you actually get the seeds to use yourself for whatever you want. Anything else that needs to go back in there? Doesn't look like it. Maybe we could probably grab that one extra coffee bean that was in there. Anything from here that needs to go in? Doesn't look like it. Once again, anything from here? Yes, the seeds. We have some hot peppers there that we were hoarding for whatever reason. And okay, we have 4 gold corn. So actually 4 gold corn. Do we? Nope. Okay, we just have regular corn in here. But anyway, so we have a bunch of hot peppers that we can probably once again go and sell. And yeah, all of those. The roses will keep growing for another season. And then we wanted the silo was 5, 5, and a bunch of stone. Let me actually just double check. Okay, 100 stone, 10 clay, and 5 copper bars. Okay, there we go. So that should be more than enough. So head up to Robin's. Hopefully, why am I having such trouble with his name? Hopefully Demetrius is around so we can give him the melon. Then sweep back down to Pierre's, sell all of our stuff. And yeah, I don't actually know what we'll do after that because we are at the end of the season pretty much. There isn't really anything we can do. We don't have our pickaxe. I was going to say, okay, where is Demetrius? He's not in the lab, but no, he's in the kitchen. Okay, Demetrius, melon for you. No, we don't want to eat it. There we go. Okay, and that gives us 550 gold. So then we can come back down here, talk to Robin, and construct a farm building. So we want the silo. There we go. And we want that to be nicely up here. Yes, I've played with this farm map so often that I do have preferential places for quite a lot of the farm buildings. Like the silo almost always goes up there. The chicken hutch, whatever, chicken coop rather, always tends to go to the bit to the right of that. The cows and goats go in the pen area below that, and then the pigs go into the pen area even below that. Let's actually just have a look at Pierre's. Do you happen to have any gold corn? Nope. Okay. That may have been a bit of a long shot. But yeah, there isn't really anything else that I am inclined to... Oh, wait, what am I doing? We forgot to sell like all of our crops. I was so busy trying to check if there was any gold quality corn there. I just completely forgot. So anyway, sell all of you, not the ice cream. Probably actually go across and see if Alex is at the ice cream stall and buy a few things from there. That's probably a good idea. While we have the money and it's almost the end of summer. Nope, he's not there. Okay. So check the beach quickly. Let's see if there's anything interesting. And it is... Okay, there goes Alex. It is Saturday, so I think Willie is... I was going to say, I think he's out fishing. But he's definitely not in there, so he might be. Go across and just check our crab pots. Okay, just a couple of things. Another shrimp, a bit of refined quartz. And across the bridge, do we have anything of interest? A bit of coral. And that reminds me also, yes, the quality, oh, let's say quality fertilizer, or is it the speed grow that we got? But never mind. So the deluxe speed grow requires 1 oak resin and 1 coral. So we only have half of that anyway. And yes, we also want to do those tea plants or tea bushes as well. So if we go back home, do those, get those ready for next season. Plant them outside, and then we'll be able to have a bit of green tea over winter, just in case anything, like for instance any of the fish ponds that we construct, ask for one. Let's see what the meal of the day is. A strange bun, 100 energy, 450 gold, not worth it. At least not for me. And seeing as we saw Alex come back from the beach, let's have a look to see if he is at the ice cream stand. Yes. Okay, so hi Alex. Yeah, just like give me all of it. All the ice cream. 30 should be fine. That was 5,000 gold just spent there, but that should keep us in supplied in energy for a decent while. It is one of the cheapest things that you can get that gives you the best return on energy, so I always try and stack up on it during summer. So like I said, we'll head back to the farm, do a bit of work with those tea bushes, get those set up and planted, and those should hopefully be all ready for the end of autumn. So there's our silo that's going to be up there. And then also obviously just make sure that we have everything else that we will need. Okay, so let's just have a look, sort through what we have. We've got a sea urchin there. Please tell me we've got actually some coral somewhere. It'll be slightly annoying if we don't, because we have to go and just pick that all up. Oh, actually, I'm going to say, yeah, we do actually have some things in there that we can stack. Hopefully it's just here and I bypassed it. No. Maybe it's over here. And yes, there we go, 16 coral. Okay, good. So we could probably put this one to sell because the gold quality one doesn't make any difference. And then what did we need for those tea bushes, wherever they are? They say, come on game, I know they're here somewhere. I know we had them. Okay, there they are. Okay, so 5 fibre, 5 wood, and any wild seeds. So I know we've got at least some in here. So there we go. So we can go 5 there, and probably 10 and 10 rather. I'm pretty sure... Did we not unlock the autumn ones? I think we unlock those obviously with the autumn foraging bundle. So anyway. So here we go. 10 tea saplings. All nice and ready to be planted. 8, 9 and 10. Okay, that is slightly uneven, but we will pretty much just deal with that. And yeah, with the lack of anything else to really do, let's head to bed for the night and get ourselves ready. Head over to the travelling merchant, get ourselves ready for the last day of fall. Okay, so we have 12,906 gold. Our weather forecast for tomorrow is going to be bright and sunny because of course it is. The spirits feel neutral and the Queen of Sauce dish is bread, which we already knew because we bought the recipe from Gus. Okay, so a bouquet of hope, and Demetrius telling us about the midnight jellyfish. So let's get our watering can out because we do still have a few crops that will be producing into fall, and we want to make sure that they get properly watered ahead of time. So unfortunately, no, we don't have our last little batch of blueberries, unfortunately. And let's just water these. And honestly, while I'm here, I might as well just water everything because I'm potentially going to forget. And if I'm going to be watering some things, I might as well kind of water all of them while we are here. I think that's all of that, and that's all of that. We can come across here. We should be getting an ancient fruit soon from the looks of it. I think I can see the little tiny fruits starting to grow on that one plant up top. Okay, and that looks fine. And also, yes, we want to make sure we grab these and... Oh yes, we can't pick that up, can we? Okay, so anyway, we have some pine tar, which we can probably just put in there. And the batteries, we want to make sure we keep the poppies, because those are going to be important for cooking. There we go. 5 nice little poppies. Yes, we want to water these because these are going to grow in through summer. Check the trees at the bottom. See if any of them have produced anything. Doesn't look like it. And just make sure there's no errant seeds around. Like all of these. Okay, I think we're looking pretty... I was going to say pretty clear, but nope, there is one there. Okay, so off to the travelling merchant, see what she has. And then, well, like I said, we're going to get ready for autumn. And I cannot remember if we actually have our pickaxe ready or not, but we'll be able to quickly go across to Clint and see if that is the case anyway. Here we go, and fingers crossed for something good. Okay. Tilapia, barbed hook, coconut, basic fertilizer. Basically nothing. Yeah, we're gonna have to get ourselves some stuff to have our own cows and sheep and chickens and ducks from the looks of it. Which is going to be slightly aggravating and a bit unfortunate. I was hoping not to have to spend all of that time and money on that, but probably once again, if we manage to get them early on enough in the season. We're going to need pigs anyway, unless we get lucky on the travelling merchant. I think she does sell, or can sell, truffles. I don't quite know how guaranteed it is. Anyway, oh, okay, there we go. Steel pickaxe. And let's just shuffle that around. And probably, yeah, just go and sell the last of these items to Pierre. So if we just quickly come up and across here and just quickly check a couple of trash cans all sneakily, and then there we go. Okay, so not quite 15,000, but it'll be close enough. And then once again head back to sleep, as there is nothing we can really do, and then start the real stuff tomorrow in the game. Oh no, actually wait, I forgot we have the yes, the moonlight jellies tonight, don't we? Oi. And there looks like some kiwi fruits I missed here. Yep. So that can obviously just be donated. Not donated. Put into the shipping bin. And those seeds go up there. So if anything happens to any of our trees, we do have some backup seeds around here. was going to say, it's like, how much do these sell for? Individually not much, but you know, you get a bunch of them. That's almost 900 gold there. And we don't really need that many, so yeah. Let's just go and sell them. And then pick up our axe. And we can use that to go around and chop down a few things once more. Okay, so we've got a bit of trash from you. What do you want? 10 bug meats. Okay, unfortunately I don't quite think we have that. Nevertheless, Fruitbat Cave. Just seems to be a couple of standard forageables. Even though, well, we don't actually need the like proper fruit tree fruits really. We have an apple tree. Oh my goodness, yes, that is so much better. That is like chopping through everything in like one hit or 2 hits almost. That is lovely. That is lovely to behold. But yes, we are probably going to need to make sure that we have... Oh yes, we can cut the chop these down. Well, break them open now so we can get rid of these. And then I think obviously our priority going forwards is going to be getting our pickaxe up to gold and then iridium, because this is going to be the main thing that slows us down in the skull cavern, needless to say. So the fewer hits it takes, the less energy we use, the faster we can potentially get down. Even though I do have a mod which adds an elevator, I still need to configure it. I'm not quite sure how many levels you have to go down before you can, like, or before the elevator dings and you'll be able to start from that level again the next time you are there. But yes, we can finally get rid of these large rocks on the farm. That has been annoying me for so long. And I would say we can also go and check on the dwarf in the mines, but we don't have the translation guide just yet, so we unfortunately can't quite do that. But we'll just go through here and chop down some of these. Okay, so there we go. And then obviously we have one big rock over here that we need to get rid of. There we go. And then there's also one down here that's blocking access to some stairs going down, just to make a little shortcut. There we go. That's dealt with there. And also we have our sword with us, so we can cut through some of these annoying weeds. Like so. And then we also have all of these that we can get rid of. And what else? So yes, we can come down here to the big island now as well. Yep, that's done. We now have this area that we can investigate. But we could obviously do it a bit earlier. Because on this side it is, yep, just a regular rock that was blocking us rather than anything too major. Let's just do that one and clear that so we have a bit of a path across. And like so. And then down here, if I can get the right path. Yep, there we go. That's the wrong thing. But yeah, this is a lovely little fishing zone, if I recall. I don't think I've necessarily been down here too much myself, because I almost always, you know, few things, forget, go down to the regular standard fishing areas rather than remembering that I've got one right on my little farm doorstep. We can get rid of a bunch of these weeds which have also been annoying me for quite a while. Okay, that's a couple of rocks dealt with. Clear that out. And then also this little area, similarly. No, not that. Yeah, this is not the right place that my axe usually goes in, so I am clicking across to the numbers where I expect it to be, and obviously the game is going, no, you don't have that equipped there. So anyway, let's just get rid of this large stump and this large log while we are quickly here, and just make sure we have somewhat easy access to a bunch of the areas on our farm, like up here with all these weeds and rocks and other lovely stuff. Okay, and then back up here, and obviously across. There we go, found the right button. And yep, there we go, that's dealt with. So we obviously have quite a lot of mixed seeds that we can also use for next season and get that aspects or start those growing almost immediately as soon as autumn starts. So it will be interesting to see what we actually have in that. And let's just pop everything back where it should be going. So geodes once again in there. We have a few ores that can be put in here. The trash will need to go via the recycling options where we have our crab pots. Those 2 fruits that we have can be just sold straight up. And then come back in here, just check on our cat once again. And actually, before we do that quickly, we have... Where did I put them? Where are the mixed seeds? I know they're somewhere. There we go. Okay, 17 mixed seeds. And another food item, which is not where it is supposed to be. And also a couple of rare seeds. So we'll plant both of those in the morning. And before then, we actually probably... Let's just check this. Okay, that all looks fine in terms of produce. Put that walk totem there and just have a quick look. So we've got enough algae to make another fish pond. We could go and do that. The crabs wanted 10 bug meat, didn't they? So we're probably going to have to do a bit of diving in the caves to find some bugs. But, oh wait, nope. No, we don't. There we go, we've got 10 of those there. And then back in here, we have a bunch of crabs that we can add to the fish pond. So we just bring the crab, not the crab meat. That would be cannibalism, the bug meat. There we go. They're all happy. So population 5 out of 7. So there we go. So next time they have a request, and we fulfill that, we have those 3 crabs there that we can just chuck in, and that will max out the population in the first fish pond. And of course I'm doing all of this and I cannot absolutely cannot remember if there is a specific recipe that calls for crab. But I'm going to be a little bit miffed if we don't. Well, obviously that's just what we'll have to deal with. We can always empty it out and put a different type of fish in there. Like for instance a squid or octopus. Things we managed to nab an octopus from the travelling merchant so we don't have to fish those out. We can just let the population increase naturally on its own. And anyway, here we come through. The festival, the dance of the midnight jellies or moonlight jellies. And we have a shop here. So we've got a couple of decals. Seafoam pudding, midnight jellies banner. So that is tempting, but that is really expensive for what it is. So instead, let's actually just come up here. And yep, once you launch the candle boat, yep, yes, launch it. And there we go, it sets off. And the jellyfish will soon be swarming around and saying goodbye to summer. So there we go. And there they all come. There's a nice little sight to see. And hopefully the music is also coming through, because this is one of the nice tracks in the game that I enjoy. And there we go. That is the dance of the moonlight jellies over with. The glow of summer has faded now, and the moonlight jellies carry on towards the great unknown. Nope. It's midnight, and tomorrow we will wake up into the new season. So please don't crash on me, game. Thank you. There we go. 1,200 gold just to give us a little bit of extra. Day 1 of 4, year 1. Okay. So over 15,000 gold. Let's have a look. So weather report. Going to rain all day tomorrow. Fortune teller. Spirits are very happy today. And living off the land. Talking about sunflowers. So, oh, that is a bright orange. Oh, very, very bright orange. Okay, that looks like it's glitched a tiny bit. But we have a Melaleuca sapling, I think. So anyway, we are going to need to obviously remove these plants which died because they are no longer of the appropriate season. So this will give us an opportunity to have a look around and change up a few things. And to my surprise, actually, the kiwi fruits do survive into autumn, so that will give us a lot of money as well. Those are ones that take like almost the entire season, 20 days to grow, but they do produce some rather nice fruit that sells for quite a lot. But anyway, let's get these out as well, and we want to make sure that we chop down as many of these as we can. There we go. And we will need to obviously also set up and ensure that we have maximum sprinkler coverage. So we are going to unfortunately be doubling down a little bit on some of these. Do I want to remove one of the corn plants here? Yes, I think we will. We can put one sprinkler down there. We can put one up here, and then obviously we had an absolute ton of them available. So let's just go back through and get these all back and available to be watered. So this is going to be a little bit of an annoyance around here, because there is going to be a strip where we don't actually have any sprinkler reach. Do that and that one there, and then we can come back down here, and yeah, let's do that one there and that one there. And then how many do we have after that? 4. So we can do yes, 1, 2, 3 and 4 there, and just get rid of that. And back to the hoe and clear out this area. I think we'll probably use this section here for our mystery mixed seeds. And then the other area back where we have all the corn plants is probably going to be where we put things like our cranberry seeds. So let's just go across. Okay. And that is, there we go. That looks all nice. Okay, I can see we obviously have a couple of okay, pumpkin, artichoke, pumpkin, eggplant and corn, so we've got quite a few there. And if we come back over and finish hoeing up this little bit of land for these sprinklers, then we can set them all to be watered. Get that one as well, and then there you go, that's them done. And then it's just this annoying little strip just because of where these have been planted, which is slightly unfortunate. Anyway, come across here, get rid of you, and we finally have some wine. Absolutely finally. And then else where we could put that there and that there, and obviously the watering cans, things we don't want that anymore. So did we have a good fortune day or not? So yes, very happy today. So we could go down into the mines. I think at least for now we'll just have a quick look at our own personal quarry. That cave just has a spiceberry and something down here which I can't quite tell what that is. Another spiceberry, I thought it might be. Anyway, into our personal quarry, we have a diamond today. We have a diamond available, so we'll leave that till last. And then we also want to remember to go to Pierre's before he closes, just to make sure that we can get all of those lovely seeds that we need. Probably calculate for the cranberries as well. Oh, there we go, 2 diamonds. And nothing too interesting down here. We'll obviously grab them anyway because it helps to clear out the area. Gives more space for more things to spawn. Okay, so we will head across to Pierre's. Sell some of these things. Head up to the community centre to put the wine in there. And then we'll need to figure out what we are going to do for the rest of autumn. Obviously we want some of the forageables as well. We still need to complete that bundle. We got half the items, but we still need the other half. Okay, so that's a couple of wild plums. I think these we can, or they need to be used for recipes, but once again we will get the mixed or the autumn seasonal seeds when we complete the bundle, so we can do that instead of keeping them around, as we'd just be able to grow them when we need them. Okay, and there we go. So yes, just sell those. Let's actually have a look. We can find that one. So melon something. Okay, let's keep going. Ah, there we go. So I think, I'm not quite sure what that is, but yeah, we will just sell it. So 20,000. Of course, I completely forgot to actually have a look how many we have, or how many spaces we have. So speed grow 10%. And then we have the deluxe speed grow, but we need oak resin. We're not going to be able to get that. So let's do, oops. Okay, how many are we going to go for? Well, we always need a bunch of wheat as well. And then Amaranth takes 7 days. Grapes keep producing after that. I think they do that every 2 days perhaps. And then obviously we have all of the other more standard stuff. So candy roaster, squash seeds, and anything that I know is immediately useful or that we might want. Yeah, there we go. Kiwi seeds planting summer or fall takes 21 days to mature, continues to produce every 3 days. Okay, rosemary, sage, and yeah, I think we will probably just keep do that. So I think we've got some pumpkin seeds. Let's just grab 5 of those, 5 of those, a bunch of those. Okay, that's as many cranberries as we can buy. Let's see how much space we actually have for all of that. Oh, and yes, before we forget, we want to head up and put the wine in the community centre bundle and just get that thing out of the way. And also have a quick check on the autumn foraging bundle. So we just need the hazelnut for that. Okay, so just basically keep our eyes out for that. And obviously whenever we get it, we'll just come back and complete that bundle. So where is the enchanters bundle? You also need an oak resin. Yeah, you still need that. Still need the red cabbage for that. Chef's bundle. Okay, maple syrup, we should get that soon. Mucky roll we can make. And fodder bundle, we should be able to get that soon enough as well. So yes, we are down to just 97 gold after buying all of those seeds, but it should be worthwhile. Cranberries just speed through like nothing else, especially if we put some speed grow on them. That will increase the time it takes, or decrease the time it takes for them to grow by 1 day, but 1 day can be absolutely everything. Okay, so nothing up there that I can see. Might want to have a look by the mountains and just make sure, see if there's any hazelnuts up here. I can't immediately see any. Obviously just keep an eye out up here. And yes, seeing as we also have an upgraded axe, is this going to do anything? No, it just says large boulder blocks your path. Oh no, we can't get around that. There we go, there's a hazelnut. I thought it might be up here. There we go. Okay, so we'll head back to down to the community centre, put that in, get our fall seeds, complete that bundle. Then we just need a couple of things for winter, and that one will be complete. And it has been honestly so long that I can't even remember what the forage bundle actually does. What item does it unlock for you? Obviously the safe one unlocks the minecarts because we've done that. Not the safe one, the boiler room. The safe unlocks the desert. The fish one unlocks the glittering boulder. So does this one unlock the quarry? Yes, this one does unlock the quarry. Okay, so there we go. There is the hazelnut and the last little item for that one. So we get 34 seeds, and we need, for the winter one, we just need a crocus. So we should be able to get that without much difficulty. And then up here, the quality crops bundle, we need 1 more corn. And then we need 1 eggplant, 1 pumpkin for that. And unfortunately the animal bundle is looking rather sparse compared to everything else. But we can head back to our farm, plant all of these things up, get a few more quality sprinklers out because I've got a feeling we're going to need them. Because obviously each quality sprinkler does the 8 squares around it. We have a bit of lack of space considering we have already got at least some crops down. So even just doing all of the cranberry seeds we have, we would need 8 sprinklers free just for them. And then obviously we have 30, 40 other items that will also need attention. But for now, we'll actually sort out through these first. And probably sell those 2 diamonds that we have. Puts that geode in there. And in here. Yes, so we could put the 4 seeds in. I thought we did have some pumpkin seeds. And then obviously we want the beet seeds as well. Anything else that we have here? So that's basic fertilizer. What is the basic speed grow? Pine tar and clam. Okay, so we've got... Oh, I think I just saw that we've got some spare. Yep. So we can do that. And then... yep, some pine tar. So that gives us 14 speed grow, which, you know, for 83 oh goodness, 83 cranberry seeds is not going to be that much. So we may actually use it for something else. Yes, I think it might be better if we just leave it for something else instead. So we shall, let's see, so eggplants take 5 days, and yam seeds take 10 days, pumpkins take 13 days. So let's actually do the pumpkins. 8, 9, okay. Oops, okay, I didn't quite want to do that, but that is a pumpkin, so never mind. No worry there. Pumpkin, pumpkin. I just want to make sure we hit the pumpkins. Like, that is an artichoke, that is corn. That is an artichoke. Pumpkin, pumpkin. Okay, so we have all of our pumpkins done with some fertilizer, so that should help it grow a tiny bit more. We'll put our singular beet there, and we'll do our wheat across here because it's not going to matter if that doesn't get watered every single day because it just takes so little time. And then we'll just come across here and do all of this as our cranberries. Make sure that we basically hit every single spot that has a sprinkler on it, like that, and like this. We can come across and do that, and one more there. Just make sure that that is fully watered. Okay, are we actually going to... okay, not quite. How many are we missing? Okay, 11. So basically we need 2 more quality sprinklers just for these. Oh, apparently I missed a spot there. Okay, so we should have enough items to actually do one. Yes, of course, apparently I've got some deluxe speed grow. Unfortunately, we're only able to do 10 of those. Oh well. Okay, so we've got now 4 more quality sprinklers. So if I just get rid of this, and then we can put these. And... okay, it's a bit messy, but I'll put it there. And then we can put these over here. And then the last little bit of doing this. And actually, I will also move this over to where the roses are. So that has, yep, like that. So we have that as an option. And that should hopefully line up a bit nicely with when the roses are in flower. Okay, that's that done. And let's do the rest of these. Okay, and that's done. And our yams. Oh, come on, let's see. You can move around. eggplants or aubergines, bok choy, and we have a bit of space to do a couple last wheat seeds. So yes, I think that will be good enough for us, and I think I will just do quickly yes, some of the deluxe speed grow and do that for our that thing. Sorry, I can't quite remember what it was. The beet, the artichoke, that's corn, that is artichoke. And these, because I can't remember how long these actually take to grow. Eggplant, eggplant, pumpkin. Artichoke, have you been? Nope, you have not. Okay, it is 1 AM. Is there anything else that I want to have a look at? I don't think so. Everything else looks fine. So let's pretty much head to bed. Oh goodness, that is a long day. But thankfully, we only need one tiny little strip of seeds watered. Let's say hello to our cat. Go to sleep for the night. Level 7 foraging, so we now have tree fertilizer. Ah, that was it. We had the ability to do the recipe for the autumn wild seeds, but not the actual items from it, and get the totem walk for the mountains. So we have 1,500 gold. And I am just going to go into the second day very, very briefly, just so that we can have a look and make sure everything looks fine. Okay, that is a corn seed there. That would be why it hasn't really been growing. Yep, everything all looks good. Okay, so yeah, potted hibiscus, and then another sapling where one of my mods is broken, so it's not showing it. But yeah, I think we will leave that there for today then. So we've headed into our first autumn. We've got an absolute ton of cranberries, which should give us an absolute ton of money when those come through. Oh, that has been, I would say, quite a productive day. So thank you very much to everyone who's been watching, and we will see you again next time. Bye-bye for now.